everybody. It is great to be here in the city of Lackawanna, at Lackawanna Firehouse here. Such great history here, not only in the city, but at this firehouse and throughout this historic and wonderful community, led today by Mayor Annette Iafallo. Thank you, Mayor, for your leadership, for bringing us here together today. To my great friend, Fire Chief here in Lackawanna, Jim Fino. We've known each other a long time. He has risen through the ranks. He is a tremendous leader here in the city of Lackawanna, in the fire department, and out in the community. All of the firefighters, first responders that have joined us here today, it's great to see everybody. I've been in Albany all week, so to get back to Buffalo and to get back to Lackawanna, it's always nice to be home. We have a number of council members that have joined us here today. We have Councilwoman Muflahi, we have Councilman Anderson, we have Councilman Moretti, who, by the way, is a retired Lackawanna fireman and served 21 years in the Lackawanna Fire Department. Thank you, Councilman, for your leadership, now in government, before in the fire department. And then I want to recognize also, although they can join us here today, Councilman Surdick and Council President Morano. We also have the City of Lackawanna Public Safety Director John Wolf with us as well. Thank you, John. So we all came together here today to deliver some very exciting news. $235,000 is on its way to the City of Lackawanna to construct a brand new fire training center. My office secured this funding for the city after learning the need for additional resources and space for our first responders. This training center actually begun the conversation in the mayor's office. So I give the mayor great credit, along with the fire chief. The three of us coordinated this effort and made sure that the City of Lackawanna Fire Department has the resources that you need on the front lines to make sure you're doing your job. And you are the true frontline workers in our community. Throughout the last couple of years, the pandemic highlighted the frontline workers across our community, our state, and our nation, really across the globe. And we talk a lot about those individuals in the hospital settings, those that were tending to the healthcare needs of individuals. We talk a lot about those that are involved in transportation, that are moving folks around our community, all of which are frontline heroes. But the fire department was on the front lines as well, each and every day. The men and women of the fire department, including here in Lackawanna, showing up to work in the midst of the pandemic, making sure that people were protected in our community. So again, thank you for being in the fight, on the front lines of the fight of the pandemic, and for being those heroes for us every single day. We are proud to deliver for these frontline workers. The new facility here in Lackawanna is going to be located on Steelawana Avenue. It's going to consist of a concrete base, 30 feet tall, 3-story training tower, and 2 shipping containers that are going to serve as space for search and rescue training for our brave firefighters as well. It's also going to have a roof simulator for ventilation training, and the chief's going to be able to speak a little bit further about exactly what it's going to look like, how it's going to be critical for our firefighters. And on top of the new training facility, this money is going to allow for the city to purchase essential equipment, including Jaws of Life training equipment and props that simulate vehicle, stove, and dumpster fires for training purposes as well. So what we're looking at here is nearly $250,000 for a new training facility and resources, which is going to provide for a total transformation in the training and the services that are available here for the Lackawanna Fire Department, the brave Lackawanna Fire Department. So I'm just so proud to stand with these great heroes today, those that were on the front lines, that not only were here in cases of an emergency, but also people that were struggling without work over the last couple of years, delivering dinner to their tables, checking on housebound seniors that were isolated over the last couple of years, and that work continues. This facility is a strategic investment in the brave Lackawanna firefighters, but also in the great city of Lackawanna itself. And the city, under Mayor Iafallo, is demonstrating the kind of forward visionary thinking and the big picture thinking that we appreciate in government. And I can tell you, in working with the mayor and working with Chief Jim Fino, we were able to deliver today, but we're looking forward to doing even more as we move forward. So I'm very grateful for their continued partnership, that of the council, and again, to the firefighters that are making this happen and what you do each and every day, our continued gratefulness and appreciation. So with that, I'd like to introduce Mayor Annette Iafallo to say a few words. Mayor.
Thank you, Senator. Good morning. I'm honored to be here today with Senator Kennedy in announcing this generous funding award for construction of a firefighter training facility on Lackawanna Avenue in our city of Lackawanna. I also want to recognize our council members that are here today, Council Members Muflahi, Anderson, and Moretti, who was a former firefighter, as the Senator stated, and also to recognize again Director Wolf and Chief Fino. Today is another significant step forward for our city of Lackawanna as we celebrate a large investment in public safety through enhanced firefighter training. I'm proud to say that Lackawanna firefighters are already among the area's most highly skilled first responders. And our relatively small department of 50 puts their skills to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In 2021, the Lackawanna firefighters responded to nearly 3,700 calls, of which about 2,700 were emergency medical, with 106 being fires. Because every 911 fire call is unique, providing firefighters with enhanced training is vital for maintaining the department's high standards for quality and safety. We are grateful to Senator Kennedy for providing the funding to build this new state-of-the-art facility, which will take our city's firefighter training to even greater levels. Most importantly, the training available with this new facility will help ensure the safety of all those who live and work in the city of Lackawanna, including our firefighters for years to come. I also want to thank Chief Fino for his fantastic work in spearheading the funding application and training center project. Congratulations, Chief, for a job well done. We hope to have the new Lackawanna firefighter facility opened and operational in the fall. Once again, my thanks to our friend Senator Kennedy, Chief Fino, and notably the Lackawanna Fire Department for all that you do for our community on a daily basis. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor Iafallo, again. Thank you for your partnership, your leadership. And again, I already mentioned him, the mayor mentioned him. He is somebody that goes above and beyond the call of duty, and I think the reason in part that he's risen to the rank of chief is because of his commitment to our greater community, to the city of Lackawanna, but to the members of the Lackawanna Fire Department. So this was spearheaded again through the mayor's office and through the leadership of this great friend of ours, Chief Jim Fino. Please welcome Jim to the microphone.
Thank you, Senator. Good morning. The Lackawanna Fire Department would like to thank Senator Kennedy for his understanding and assistance in this very important project. The Lackawanna Fire Training Facility will allow the Lackawanna Training Facility will allow our firefighters to train locally within the city, ensuring we are fully trained without compromising emergency services to those in the city. Currently, the only access to any type of training tower would be located outside of the city. Being a small department makes it difficult to take firefighters and apparatus out of service to train at the county facilities. This training facility will keep our firefighters and apparatus in the city and be able to respond when needed. The fire department would also like to thank Mayor Iafallo She listened to a proposal, saw the need, and provided city location for this project. She was an integral part of the project becoming a reality and has showed her commitment not only to the fire department, but to the entire city of Lackawanna. I also would like to take this opportunity to say I look forward to working with the director and the council in fulfilling this project, along with the Department of Public Works, Tony DeSantis. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you very much. All right, so if we were bowling, that would have been a strike. And for those of you that know me, and I know many of my friends here in the fire department, and of course the police department, my cousin, Danny Wilson, many of you worked with over the years, and sadly he passed away 7 years ago this past January, if you can believe it's been that long. At 44 years of age, but he had many friends in this department. I am sure Danny had something to do during my press conference in Lackawanna at this firehouse with a little bit of mischievous activity there. So with that, that's all we have to say here about this. I'd like to open it up to any questions that you may have for me or any of my colleagues on the issue.
Is this part of a statewide program for building these types of things, or was this an individual type of grant?
This was a grant that I was able to secure through state and municipal funds that were allocated to me, and I was able to get them to the city of Lackawanna. So it's specific to municipalities that I was able to secure.
Chief, maybe if we could ask you something too about, I noticed in the press release it mentions also Jaws of Life equipment. And I even see that it shows them fighting, it looks like a vehicle fire there. Just how crucial, I mean, I think most of us think of structure fires, but that's also an important part of your job, correct, and the proper training?
Absolutely. The techniques are changing every day. The tactics that we use to remove somebody from a wrecked car. We have Route 5, which is a high-speed passageway through the city. We have quite a few accidents there. Also, some of the props will give us actual first-hand experience with dealing with some of the fire, whether it be in a dumpster or a stove or a car.
How do you think you could do what we've done so well without all the eyes on?
We do train on a regular basis. We are a small department, so that and everybody does take the job serious. This is their profession, and they're proud to be here.
Senator, would you expect too that maybe some of the volunteer departments in the area possibly could use this as well?
Yeah, actually there's a fire training center out in the great town of Cheektowaga on Broadway that is used regularly. I believe the chief can speak to this a little bit clearer, but the fact that there's only such a small force here in the city of Lackawanna, a force of 50, they're paid firefighters to take them out, to go all the way out to Cheektowaga to do their training, takes them out of the vicinity of actually doing their work in the city. So this is going to be right in the city, right on Lackawanna Avenue, and it's going to be a magnificent training center for the brave firefighters here, right in their home base.
Anyone else?
Any off topics we could
Let's
ask?
do those outside.
Okay.
Perfect.
We good?
Thank you.
Chief, thanks. All right.